In 1965, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, a Vedic scholar and holy man in the renounced order of life, left India for America to transform a bold vision into a historical reality of global dimension. To fulfill the desire of generations of Indian saints who wished to see India's timeless spiritual culture benefit the entire world, Srila Prabhupada left India and sailed to the United States. When he arrived by freighter, he was practically penniless, but after nearly a year of struggle, he established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness in July of 1966. In the years that followed, the society grew rapidly, and Hare Krishna became familiar to millions of people. Srila Prabhupada became the focal point for the public's interest in the Hare Krishna movement, but he was never too busy to carefully answer any question. And, with each and every encounter, he would open the doors to the ancient philosophical and spiritual knowledge of India. An Acharya is one who teaches by example. By his personal example, Srila Prabhupada demonstrated that the soul, the self, is naturally eternal, full of knowledge, and full of transcendental bliss. When a living being is awakened to his original constitutional position of Krishna consciousness, he becomes filled with sublime, exalted spiritual emotions that have no material counterpart. As a great self-realized and God-conscious saint, Srila Prabhupada often exhibited the spiritual happiness that Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita. That sacred and ancient fountainhead of wisdom has this to say about the final state of human perfection. In that joyous state, one is situated in boundless transcendental happiness and enjoys himself through transcendental senses. Established thus, one never departs from the truth, and upon gaining this, he knows there is no greater gain.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You founded the Hare Krishna movement some 7 years ago in 1967, did you not?
Yes.
In a capsule, what is the movement?
The movement is to awaken God consciousness of the human being. The human being is distinguished from the animals, that the animals cannot understand what is God.
Mm-hmm.
And if the human being also does not understand what is God, then he is animal.
I see. And so your movement is to bring about an understanding of God among human beings.
Yes.
And Hare Krishna means what?
Hare Krishna means addressing the energy of God. Hare means the energy of God, and Krishna means God.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you were here yesterday and to attend your annual festival that was held here in Golden Gate Park, and we were there too. And in fact, here it is. A few thousand people came out to hear it. How many people are now disciples of the Krishna consciousness movement?
Dedicated life, about 10,000.
About 10,000 dedicated
in
ones.
the Western world.
Mm-hmm. Your Grace, is there any significance at all in the shaved head? Why are heads shaved?
We keep ourselves very clean, that's all.
Oh, it's just a cleanliness thing?
Yes.
Is there any significance in the color of the robes?
At least at the present moment, people think that by keeping long hair, it becomes very beautiful.
I see.
Yes. So we are against it.
Mm-hmm. Just as simple as that. Is there any significance in the yellow robes?
Yellow robe is the dress, those who are dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It could very well have been a blue robe. It's just something that was arrived at.
This saffron.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Your Grace, why do you feel that so many people are pulling away from the traditional religions in this country, such as Christianity and so forth, and going for the trying to understand the Eastern religions, we hear a lot of swamis and gurus and other type of yogi and so forth. Why do you feel that people are pulling away from the traditional Christian standards here?
But we see that the Christian churches, especially I have seen in London, mostly closed. People are not interested, or the Christian leaders, they cannot make them interested.
Why? Did Christianity fail the people, which is why they're turning to other things? Or?
I think so.
You say that Hare Krishna consciousness pretty much takes the absolute truths from the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, and the Vedic.
Yeah, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Religion means to understand God.
I understand, but do you feel that in getting truths from various places like the Bible and the Quran and so forth, don't you run into conflicts at all or contradictions in those particular philosophies?
No, I don't find any conflict because the ultimate goal is God. So you have to understand God and try to love Him. So you can go through any religious process. If the goal is attained, that you understand what is goal, and you try to love Him, then your life is perfect.
Why do we see so many of your followers chanting almost all the time?
Chanting means to keep association with God always.
So you have to audibly chant
Yes.
Hare Krishna?
Yes. This is transcendental vibration. Just like a radio message, if you keep contact with the radio message, then you know everything what is going on outside. Similarly, this transcendental sound, Hare Krishna, if you chant, then you keep connection with God directly.
Thank you very much, Your Divine Grace. It's been our privilege to talk with you and to meet you.
Thank you very
And hope that we can see you again when you return.
much. Hare Krishna.
We'll be back with more news in just a moment.
Nittaiva tripting bhajata sadaiva. Nittaiva tripting bhajata sadaiva. Vande gurasi charanarabindam. Vande gurasi charanarabindam. Very much happy because these American boys are helping. It is due to their cooperation the movement is spread all over the world.
Where will you go from here?
In America, what is the date where I entered? In Hawaii.
She's asking where you will go after Dallas.
Where will you visit?
Oh, from Dallas I will go to New Virginia.
West
West Virginia?
From there I shall go to London.
Are you pleased with the Krishna movement in the United States? Do you think it's growing?
What do you think?
I think it is. And this pleases you.
It is growing very fast.
Do you
Not
think
only growing, but growing very fast. And the flowers of your country, the young generation, they are taking it very seriously. These boys, these girls, they are taking it very seriously.
do you think that the children you see here will carry on?
We are creating another generation, Krishna conscious. So it will continue.
What does Krishna offer that some of the other religious beliefs of the world?
Krishna is God. So other religion who follow God consciousness, so there is no difference. It may be different some name, but religion means God consciousness. Without God consciousness, there is no religion.
And what does worshiping in your way, is it any better than worshiping in another way? Is it a more direct contact with Krishna?
Well, every way is nice, provided the followers are nice. Unfortunately, the principles are not followed. Just like in Christian religion, it is said, thou shalt not kill. But killing is very good thing here in the Christian world. The killing simply, so many slaughterhouses. That is not Christian religion. But followers, they do not follow the rules and regulations. That is regretted. Otherwise, it is very nice. Our also principle is no meat eating. That means there is no killing of animals. Every religion says like that, but the followers do not follow.
The Krishna religion teaches that women are to be subservient to men always. Why?
The Krishna religion teaches that women should be subservient, should be subordinate to men. He's asking why.
Well, not should be, they are, by nature. What do you think, your position?
I don't believe in that, of course. I disagree.
But if voluntarily become subservient to a man, that is the nature.
Does that make them less of a being?
They are seeking to become subservient, attracting man. Take me as subservient. That is natural. Even psychologically, it is analyzed that the brain of man is up, they have seen up to 64 ounces, whereas the brain of woman, they have not found more than 36 ounces.
But women live longer than men.
Huh?
Women live longer than men.
Not necessarily.
So
Yes,
we've got you.
sometimes. My grandmother lived about 100 years. My mom. So sometimes it happens.
Let's see, now how old,
It is not restricted among women. There are men also.
how old is the movement?
But from historical point of view, it is about 5,000 years old.
Why has it just begun to really catch on in the Western world? I mean, just recently, in recent years, has it begun to sweep the Western world? Why is this?
The Western world, the younger generation were being frustrated, the hippie movement. So, when they saw something tangible, they accepted it.
What things would, if everyone in the United States believed in Krishna to the extent that you do, what would happen to this country? How would it be transformed?
They'll be very happy and peaceful. There will be no more hippies.
What would you describe as a hippie? Someone who smokes.
You know better than me. Something extraordinary.
How do you respond to this? How should people who follow your beliefs, how should they respond to other people who are criticizing them and for the way that they?
This criticism, you criticize me, I criticize you. That is going on. Even there is no change of dress. It is man's nature to become envious, to criticize others. That is material nature.
So you
It's
think
not
that they're
very-
envious because they're criticizing?
Yes.
Because of the happiness that the people have?
Certainly.
Oh.
Sometimes they inquire, are you Americans? Because they never saw Americans so peaceful. And in the priests also, they very much appreciate. In Melbourne, the Bishop of Melbourne and the head of the Scottish Church and many church people, they very much appreciated and invited me and talked in a society on that San Francisco. There were hundreds of fathers. The meeting was attended. I spoke for 1 hour and they very much appreciated. I applauded for 10 minutes and they accepted. Very good. And Reverend Powell, he gave declaration that we have no alarm from the Krishna movement.
Do you, this is your third visit to Dallas, is that correct?
I think so.
3 or 4?
Third.
Why was Dallas selected as the point to establish the school? I believe this is the first school, isn't it, in the United States to be established? Why was Dallas particularly chosen for the school? Is it
That's
you that found-
Krishna's choice.
Krishna's choice. He
Yeah.
chose Dallas.
Yes, we got a nice house and we accepted it. So it was Krishna's choice.
Where does the Krishna National or the International Krishna Organization get its funds? From simply donations? They've been criticized occasionally for being very wealthy.
Yeah, that is our reputation. Even in Indian Parliament, this question was raised. That these Hare Krishna people, fabulously rich, where they get money. Somebody suspected that we are getting bribes from American government. What is that, CIA? One should be killed. That is love.
Love means never killing.
There are so many things. It is one of the items. Yes, that is one. Do you kill your own son? Why? Because you love him.
Would you explain the other side of it? The fact that, of course, the Bhagavad Gita has its setting on a battlefield in which Krishna enjoins Arjuna.
That killing and poor animal who is supplying milk, you are drinking milk, your mother, and you are killing. This killing and that killing is not the same thing. According to Vedic civilization, the cow is to be given a special protection. Why? It is recommended for the cow. It does not say of other animals.
Srila Prabhupada, you are aware that they advanced the argument of mesmerization against chanting. The
That's
psychologists
good.
doing it.
That's good. If you
But
can
they-
mesmerize,
they-
that is, Dr. Judas admitted, that you can mesmerize the drug-addicted hippies and engage them
Television.
in understanding Krishna. It's a great achievement.
Commercials.
Yes.
It's not mesmerization.
Whatever it may be. Dr. Judas admitted. So, if mesmerization is for good, why not accept it? If it is for bad, then it is another thing. If it is doing good, why not accept it? What do you think?
I don't know how to react. I think I agree with you.
If it is good, everything good should be accepted.
No problem. I keep wondering how you're so sure you know what good is, particularly when it comes to war. I would be a little more worried, I think, that,
What is that word?
well, when you were telling that sometimes war is necessary, I should think that it's important to know how to decide when...
Well, necessary means you cannot expect in this material world all saintly persons. There are bad elements. So if a bad element comes to attack you, is it not your duty to fight and protect?
So it just may be, though, that mine are the bad elements, and I keep thinking that other people are the bad elements.
No.
That's right.
Even God has got this discrimination. He says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha duskita. there are bad elements. In God's mind there is good element, bad element. So we are part and parcel of God. We must have also the same sentiment. We cannot avoid it.
The body is not divided.
Yeah.
He's saying that when we say everything is part of God, the body,
is
an
also.
exception. He says the body then is an exception. The
No.
body is not part of God?
No, why? Body is
what
also
he's
part.
Yes, the
that's
body
it.
is also part.
Yeah, that's it. I was
Maya Shakti.
I see.
Yes, it is another energy.
I see.
Inferior energy.
Inferior energy.
Everything is God's energy. The body is also God's energy. The best use of the body is God's energy should be utilized for God. Then it is body spiritualized. Body is also God's energy. And if it is engaged in God's service, then the body is no more bad bargain. It is a good bargain. Sangsara davanandalira lokam Taraya karuna ghana ghanatyam Prapta sakalana gunanavasham Vande Guru Sri Charanarabindam